happened there. At the same place, same parking spot and everything, and they're telling me not connect through the Wi-Fi, so I'm using a little bit of my data here, and we'll see what happens, I guess. That stinks. Maybe if I go Wi-Fi now, it'll let me. Let me see if I can't sign into this one. A little bit and talk. I don't have much data left. It's gonna eat quick. That stinks. I don't know why it's not letting me use the Wi-Fi here. Yesterday it let me do it, and today it's saying unable to connect. I don't get it. I was hoping to sit here and finish this hat and have a chat with y'all. But I don't know. The Wi-Fi here is not letting me go live. Hey Ron, how we doing, man? Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, this is gonna be a quick one, folks. I'm only gonna be here maybe, hey Constance, maybe like 10 minutes or so. But it won't let me go live. Keep saying unable to connect, which really stinks. Because I don't have the whole unlimited data thing, and oh cool, through the P900. Wow, I didn't know you could do such a thing. That's awesome. Yeah, it's great to be here, Constance. I really enjoy just being able to get in touch with y'all. It's a great release from the nomad life for a little bit, to be able to just sit here and congregate with like-minded people. It really makes the day that much easier. I'll try again to connect to the Wi-Fi. I mean, I can connect to the Wi-Fi and I get full bars and all that kind of good stuff, but it just will not let me go live. I don't know why. It takes the picture, it does all that kind of stuff. I can get onto YouTube, I can get onto the internet, but it's not letting me live stream from their Wi-Fi. And I did it yesterday. That's what I don't get. Hey, Dyer. Any day, man. Tomorrow's supposed to be real windy, cloudy. I'm not sure about Friday. Whatever's best for you, man. I'll be there. I'm not, you know. I'll definitely be there at the campsite for sure. Crocheting some hats. I'm hoping to I'll have this one done by today for sure. I actually stopped and saved this part. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. This will be my first visitor that I've met on the internet that's gonna come out to my campsite. This is gonna be cool. I might be heading, well, I'm gonna definitely be heading to Phoenix Monday and help out some family I have there who's in a rough spot. But then after that, I might not stick out the whole winter and spring there. I might be heading down to Florida. I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, old man almost fell. Oh, Dyer, then try for Friday. I will work my butt off the next couple days because I gotta finish this one. This one's already for somebody, and then two more. They're a little bit smaller though. One's for an infant, which I'm so psyched about doing. I'm actually have that one back at the campsite I'm working on. But yeah, I won't be able to have those done by tomorrow for sure. It'll have to be Friday. Um, yeah, I can definitely. I'll bust my butt and try to get them done for you for sure by Friday. Um, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much. That'll help out a lot. But I will definitely. I'll take my time, and I'll put a lot of love and good intentions into every stitch. I just it takes me about 4.5, 5 hours to make one. So I'm really that's gonna be a long day tomorrow. I'm gonna head back to the camp here. I'll have this one finished here in probably a couple hours. I got all the hard part done where I have to do the counting and everything. And then once I finish this one, I already have the I'm making one for an infant. That's just so cool. That just when he said he wanted one for his newborn, I don't know, it was weird. I got this really weird feeling while I was making it. Poor guy. I think he's homeless. He's been talking to nobody. I'll try to get 3 done for you, man. I have enough hemp to get 3 done. And, you know, I don't mind sun up till sundown. I don't mind working. And I'll even work. I'll turn my lantern on and because I do. I really need the work. So if you want 3, I'll work my butt off to get 3. It's not going to be a problem. I would definitely try my best. It's supposed to be real windy tomorrow. I'm going to go home, back to the campsite and take down my shower tent and my other, my screened-in tent. And I put a bunch of big stones on all the stakes, holding down my tent. Yeah, I believe you have my number, don't you, Dyer? I think I gave it to you. You'll have to give me a text when you get here into near Ehrenberg, and I'll come up to the gas station and meet you, and then I'll drive you back to the campsite. Because it's not like it's a free campsite right on the Colorado River. It's really cool. Oh, that'll be awesome. You just made my day again. Awesome, man. Yeah, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you, man. But I'm going to do my best to get all 3 of them done. How we doing, Anthony? Hope you're having a nice afternoon, early evening over there across the pond. I added about 2,000 miles between our distance between us now. But I might be heading back east here. Well, I definitely am heading a little bit east here, starting on Monday. But I might be heading east here not too long. Possibly heading to Florida. Oh, I bet. Have you guys got any snow over there? Yeah. I know it doesn't snow too often across the pond. But I know it does every once in a while. It's so weird it's 78 degrees. I've never been out to the desert. And yeah, 78 degrees for a high today. Just blows my mind. Had frost on the windshield, not this morning, but yesterday morning, I believe. This morning wasn't too bad. I think it was got down in the upper 40s. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, man. Um, I love meeting like-minded people. Sit around the fire, or just sit around, do some chatting. Maybe go for a walk in the desert with Hank. It's really neat where I'm at. The Colorado River is right there, and then it's cool because you can see before they put all the dams in and stuff like that, and all the irrigation ditches, the Colorado River used to be so much bigger. It used to be huge. They've really funneled it down. Yeah, it was 30 some odd degrees in Florida, Central Florida this morning, which is just crazy. 28 dew point. They say they don't have weather like that ever. Just, hey Nathan, how we doing, friend? Just doing a little crocheting here for a gentleman down in Florida. Ordered a couple hats for me yesterday. Ooh, that always stinks. Yeah, I wish I could catch your shows, Nathan. I'm so out of the loop anymore with everything. I wanted to catch Arwen shows. There's been quite a few things that I've been really wanting to. I just don't have the data on my phone. Actually, I'm probably going to use up all my data here doing this, which I really shouldn't do. Probably going to jump off here in about a minute and a half, guys. I'm sorry. I wish it could be longer, but it is what it is. Yeah, they've been trying to hijack perspective, but it's all nonsense the way they do it. Mathematicians. Yeah, Nathan, man, the stuff you do is awesome. I love the platform, the way you do it too. I wish I could be there with you every morning. I'll be heading into Phoenix, helping out a family member. Probably going to sell my soul to corporate America just for a little while. Help her out financially a little bit to get her back on her feet. I'll still be making hats though. Yeah, shout out to Ranty, Anthony, and Arwen. They are, and you, Nathan, really. You guys are warriors. Every day you're doing this stuff. It's, man, I wish I could, I wish I had your patience. I've seen you lose it a couple times, but for the most part, man, I don't know how you do it. I couldn't. Hey, Ryan. How we doing, brother? That voodoo that you do so well. I couldn't, I don't have that kind of patience. It's, I have to commend you for it. You just set it up so well and drop these people into your little traps that you set for them. It's, I don't know how you do it. I wish I had not even just the patience, but the wit that it takes to do that. Yeah, I still can't do super chats. They said I don't have enough viewing time over the last year. It was all good to go and everything. They said they were gonna look into it, and then they said I needed 4,000 hours of viewing time over the last year. So I was hoping to start doing live feeds every day, kind of like you, right around this time, and build up those hours so I could start doing super chats and stuff like that, and really just promoting my hats. Really? See, that is bullshit. Pardon my French, everybody. But that ain't right. 6,000 hours of viewing time, and well, they say they can take up to 4 months to yada yada yada, all the nonsense. Oh yeah, YouTube is definitely a tool that they have, but it's, you know, it's one of the tools that we can use against them. As much as they've tried to hide what we're doing, the word is still getting out there. And the fact that they are doing it, and people like Dorja Danka, or I forget his actual how to say it, is showing people that, hey, they're, you know, that's the biggest part about this is. Sorry about that, my cousin making sure that I'm still picking her up from the airport and all that good stuff. Well, you should get paid, Nathan. As much time and effort as you put into this, you know, you do a great service for all of us. I wish I was working. Actually, I don't, but I wish I was making the kind of money I was making to help support you. Yeah, hey, every penny helps, doesn't it? Every penny that comes in is, you know, a little bit more food, a little bit more electricity, a little bit more water. Even though I believe all that stuff should be free, along with housing. They did it in Africa a while back. Why not all the first world countries, you know? Well, I said it was going to be a minute and a half about 5 minutes ago. But yeah, I'm going to have to get going, folks. So I'm going to use up all my data, and then I won't be able to check on Skype and check my emails and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I wanted to start doing live feeds and super chats to try to pay for just for internet, so I could do this from the campsite. That'd be awesome, being able to go live every day, a few times a day like you do, Nathan. Like right after your show, I'd go live and have a morning, afternoon, and an evening chat. Evening one, fireside chat. Morning one, even fireside chat. Let me see if I can't connect. Yeah, you got to pay the bills. I'm going to see if I can't connect to the Wi-Fi. If it drops off, folks, then I'm just going to cut it. But I love you all. I'll say it now, in case I don't get to say it here in a little bit. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys really keep my spirits up. Living nomad style out here on the road. Thank you all. for all the support that you've all given me out here. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. And so we're gonna see if, yeah, I'm gonna try and hit the Wi-Fi. Last time I did, it cut me off instantly. Maybe it'll let me keep going, and I'll be here for another hour and 40 minutes or so. We'll see. So I love you, and I'm signing out. Possibly. Let's see what happens. Hey, it says I'm still live and I'm still going, and I am on the Wi-Fi, streaming live. Sweet, sweet. I'm kind of scared to turn off my mobile data. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's not showing that I'm using my mobile data. So okay, we're gonna give it one more little boop. Hey, I'm still here. Wonderful. I got Hank over here sleeping, taking a nap. Oh, awesome. So yeah, this hat is for a gentleman I met at the conference, and got a hold of me yesterday. Ordered 5 hats for me, actually, which really boosted my my morale. Just a little bit of peace of mind knowing that I have a few extra bucks to fall back on and now I'm selling a few more hats here. I'm gonna really bust my butt tonight and tomorrow to try to get these done and have 3 more done by Friday. That's really gonna help out a lot. You guys have no idea how much. Yeah, I'm back, Ryan. It didn't cut me off. It's let me go live. Yeah, I didn't want to sell my gun either. I mean, I've got a couple guns. Hats for the homeless, just $10. You can do it PayPal if you'd like. I was trying to do a GoFundMe, but you can't really pull out that money until it's full or until you want to end the GoFundMe. Oh, I don't have it with me. I have it back at the campsite. I have a Smith & Wesson 9mm SV9. Beautiful gun. That's my pistol. And then I have a Mossberg 500. Yeah, don't do the GoFundMe then. But yeah, $10, and I'll donate a hat to the homeless. It'll be a wool one. Oh, a Mossberg 500 tactical. It holds 8 slugs. It's awesome shotgun. 7 and 1 in the chamber. And I have oh, awesome, Ryan. Thank you. Yeah, it's an awesome shotgun. It came with just a pistol grip. It's for home defense mostly. You can't use it for hunting because it holds way too many rounds. I think most states you can have one with 3. Some states say you could have one that holds 5 and you're supposed to put a plug in it, but that's my end of the world type gun right there. It's one of the reasons why I didn't go too deep into California either. I have rounds of ammunition that I'd probably get thrown in prison for. They're door breaching rounds. The box that I bought it from said not for sale. It's a DEA on it. I got it from a survivalist shop. They have a bunch of chemicals in them that just shred metal. So I'd go right through a lock, no problem. Actually, I have some of the rounds right here. I can show them to you. Here's this is one of my bandoliers that I have. These are the ones with the plastic in there. That's for birdshot. Then you have your slugs, and these are real cool. These are Italian. No, these aren't the Italian military. These are, look at that. You got the little ball bearings, and then a nice big slug down here at the bottom. I do have some Italian military rounds too. Yeah, definitely zombie killers. I'd blow the head off a zombie with, well, really any of these up close. Yeah, I love my shotgun. I was gonna sell this. I'll never sell my shotgun. I have a red dot sight, or not a red dot sight, a laser that I can connect to it. It's pretty cool. What was that? Yeah, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, that's my rail system for the red dot. Here's my little laser. I need to get a new battery for it. Yeah, the battery died on it. Whoa! It's got a weird looking battery in there too. Really cool little gun. I used to have a Beatles life-size cutout down in my basement, and I would practice with it. Yeah, there's birds all over this place. These are really cool. It's like a hollow point slug. Rifled slugs. Spear. That's law enforcement. Where are the Italian? Nope, that's not them. Then a bunch more slugs. Look at these slugs. These things are wicked looking. A hollow point. Do some damage. Copper solid. Gotta love boys and their toys, right? Oh, here we go. A double slug in there. Two different ones. Rottweil. I don't even remember buying those. When I first got it, I got all kinds of... Oh, here we go. Here's the Italian military round. It's got one big ball at the end, and then a bunch of little ones behind it. Yeah, cool slugs. They keep a pretty tight pattern too. Yeah, it's boys and our toys. I'm definitely ready. I look like one of those old West guys with all the bandoliers I have. Hey, Midnight. Yeah, yeah, these aren't for trolls. I wouldn't waste a slug on a troll. And I have one more bandolier. Like I said, I'm pretty prepared for Armageddon when it comes. All slugs. Head poppers, some people like to call them. And here's my baby. It says it, you can kind of see it, door breaching. Illegal in all the liberal states, at least, for sure. Illinois, New York, California. The lady next to me is looking at me like, what the hell is this guy doing? What's he getting ready to go do? And I left about 300 rounds back home of just bird shot. These all stay, they won't go bad. But a lot of the new rounds, if you buy them, a lot of the bird shot that you buy, just the Winchester, after a couple years they go bad. They don't, they'll biodegrade. Jam this down in here real quick. But yeah, I'll never get rid of my shotgun. Yeah, natural law, I don't see that happening. I mean, we all know the rules. We all know them inside. Most people at least do. You know, as a child, that little voice inside your head tells you when you do something wrong. That's just how it works. We all know right from wrong. Not everybody, but most people. Me and Nathan had a discussion about that. There are psychopaths out there that, you know, are capable of not feeling empathy and not feeling emotions for other people. Yeah, exactly, Nathan. There are a group of people out there that don't think like we do, don't feel like we do. It's, I don't want to say it's scary. I feel bad for them. I wouldn't say that this kind of protection is necessary, even here in the United States, but it's one of those things. The kittens are helping. It's like the condom in your wallet. You don't need it, but if you do need it, it's good to have. You know? It's not something that I don't ever want to discharge my firearm unless it's for fun. I don't know if I'd say that it was prudent. It's it's my right. It is absolutely my right. So I'm going to. That's right. Cool guy. You know, that's the one reason that our country will never be invaded by a foreign force. Hey, you be nice.
Go put the gas cap on.
You be nice. He's okay. He's okay. Hank's letting him know. Don't you mess with my dad. I know. He's okay, Bubba. But you know, guns are a part of our history here in the U.S. It's a big part of the heritage, especially out here in Arizona. Man, I've never seen so many. Like back home in Indiana, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Kentucky, Louisiana, Arkansas, all those states, Mississippi, Alabama, you have churches. You have more churches than you have convenience stores. That's just how it is. Um, they call us the Bible Belt for a reason. Well, out here in Arizona, there's more gun shops and pawn shops that sell guns and things like that than convenience stores almost. It's like the Wild West out here. This little tiny town that I'm in, they have nothing here. They have this truck stop and the Best Western next to it, and then downtown is maybe 1.5 miles long, one road, and that's it. And there's a couple little tiny, I mean, the lady who works at the post office doesn't live here. She lives in California across the river. But there's 2 different gun shops here in this little tiny town. One's just called Guns and Ammo. That's the name of the shop. And I think even at the little bodega down there, it's like a laundromat, convenience store type thing. It's got a little bit of everything. He's got ammo there. It's a neat place out here. I actually heard somebody shooting off a fully automatic weapon this morning. They were just popping off around here, around there, yada yada yada, and then they let loose, and I was like, oh man, I wish I could be shooting that. If you've never shot a fully automatic weapon, it's pretty neat. It's a cool feeling. So does anybody have anything that they'd like to talk about? Any topics they'd like to bring up? We can have a little chat and discussion. I wish I could invite people. I don't know how to do that on my phone. I don't even know if it's possible to do on my phone. I know I can share. I can mute my microphone. I can change the view. I can mess with... But I don't think I can invite people to my... to come and talk with me. If I can, somebody please let me know how I would do that on my phone. I'd really like to. There's so many RVs out here. People at the campsite I'm staying at, it's not really, I wouldn't call it a campsite. It is a campsite, but it's hemp hat. I'm crocheting a hemp hat. For a gentleman I met at the conference, and I just jumped on here to live stream yesterday. I actually came to watch a bunch of videos. And it wouldn't let me watch any YouTube videos. And I was like, well, what's going on? And then I just hit live stream to see if it would work, and it let me jump on. I couldn't believe it. So I started live streaming while I was crocheting a hat here at the truck stop. I'm just hanging out in the parking lot. And it wouldn't let me live stream earlier. I had to live stream for about 15 minutes on my data, and then it finally let me do it. Thank you all for supporting the ones, you You know who you are. You really helped me out so much. And thank you all for giving me work to do. It's really it feels like I have a purpose when I'm actually have, instead of just making hats just to make them and hopefully sell them later, but to have orders is, it really lights a fire under my butt and makes me want to get up in the morning and just start working. And the way my lungs are, this is actually my type of work, really. I don't know if I could sit behind a computer all day, you know, typing and doing all that kind of stuff. I could if I had to. I believe I have the brain to do so, but I love working with my hands. There's just something about making something for someone, something, you know, tangible that you can touch and give to somebody and they can touch, and it's an amazing feeling. It is. It's
Now I've got it. It's not so damn funny.
there was a gentleman here earlier. I thought he had an earpiece in and he was talking to somebody on his phone or something, but he didn't. He was just, I don't know if he was talking to the birds at first, and then he walked by and he was just talking to nobody, like out loud, real loud. It's, those are the kind of people I really want to help, you know. I don't know. I feel I get scared sometimes trying to approach those types of people. Because you never know what might happen or what they might do. But I've gotten pretty road savvy over the last few months. And this may sound crazy, but I would rather be out here with these homeless people and these drifters and these nomads than in some fancy bar at a hotel or this or that. It I enjoy their for the most part. I've met some people that have told some tall tales. You see the duper's delight when they're speaking and stuff like that, but for the most part, they're more genuine. You know, none of their smiles are fake. It's alrighty. Yeah, it's these people they're real people, and they're not, you know, trying to sell you a story or trying to pull one over on you. I mean, yeah, you get your flim-flammers, I'm sure. I've been blessed, thank you so much, that I don't really have a whole lot that they can take from me, you know. And everything I do have, I keep under lock and key, pretty much. There is one person at my campsite that is in eyesight, and for the most part, everybody has been so wonderful. A lot of these nomads are really, really good people, and they're just fed up with society. A lot of them are veterans that are having trouble getting back to society. They don't want to be around all these fake people. Some of them don't want to be around people, period. And those are the people I'd really like to help. The people that went over and were ordered to do things and even started liking doing things, you know, that now they have horrible nightmares every night about. And they are so sorry for the things they did, you know. They joined up because they thought they were going to fight terrorism. And they got home and they realized that they were the terrorists. I've heard this from their own mouths. People say this. And I don't know, it's hard to not just want to go up and give these people hugs and tell them, hey, it's okay, man. It's, you know, it's over. The fact that you feel sorry for what you did, you know, that's like their own little personal hell that they're living through right now. I don't know. They in the VA over here is a joke. Veterans Aid, you know, all they want to do is fill them up with a bunch of fluorinated pills and all these psychoactive drugs that they give them bottles and bottles and bottles and bottles. And I had one vet telling me about, you know, he has taken so many a day, and they would give him a month's worth, and then he would order, and within, you know, he would get his next month's supply a week early. Well, something happened and something got mixed up and this and that and yada yada yada, and they told him that he wasn't going to be able to get his next supply until a week after his pills ran out. And you can't just come off of these pills. All of them say, you know, may cause thoughts of suicide, blah blah blah, and, you know, if you stop taking them, this and that. And he called the congressman's aide of his state, and that day someone came and drove. Well, they offered to bring him to his house, but he went and picked him up. Yeah, it's the way that they treat our veterans over here is horrible. And it's because they're, according to, you know, these powers that be, they're the biggest threat. They are the biggest threat amongst all these people out here. And I've heard it from their own mouths, them saying that, hey, I would never go into the whole martial law thing and try going door to door here in the United States and take people's guns from them. I would join them. And I've heard them say that so many people in the military say that there's no way that they're going to be a part of something like that, that they would, you know. And that's another reason why this country, people would have a horrible time trying to invade this country. Not just the guns, but just the know-how. Just the know-how of, you know, battle. And you don't have to have a gun, you know, to destroy something. There's all kind of, you can go to your local hardware store, walk out with a few chemicals, and make a bomb that'll destroy a tank, or at least disable a tank, if you know what you're doing. There's chemicals that I'm not going to say which ones or anything. Some of these vets have taught me some really cool stuff. If you want to blow up a car, you put a certain chemical into a little capsule and you just drop it into the gas tank, and you got, 3 or 4 minutes. You walk away. Once the gas heats through that capsule, boom, the whole car explodes. Yeah, Ryan, absolutely. Those psychotropics. Hey, just Jack, what's up, man? But yeah, those psychotropics, you can't quit taking them. There's definitely noticeable effects. I'm sorry, brother. I was just having a chat about you yesterday with a friend that I made from yeah, they do. They become the drug that they take. Our friend from Florida. I don't want to say his name. He's still pretty low key. But he was telling me that he's been chatting with you. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome guy, man. So cool. I'm actually making this hat for him right now. Yeah, he is. We had a nice long chat yesterday. Yeah, he just said he doesn't like going live and he hasn't been, doesn't make videos or anything like that. Etymology. Yeah, we're hoping to get something set up, folks. Yeah, words mean all kinds of things. You just saying a word. We are powerful beings, folks. I'm not sure if all of you are aware of that. You probably are. But just thinking certain things, and it changes the world. At least the immediate world around you. I'm sure there's a spectrum, just like there's with everything else. And you can change your world around you by concentrating enough on it, by making it happen, by willing it to happen. Yeah, a meetup in early spring in Florida. Gosh, we were talking about it last night, and he's going to talk to his buddy. We've been talking about it with my group there at Iron Realm. Yeah, we are some of the most powerful beings on this plane. I believe we are more powerful than whatever you want to call them, angels, demons, the other entities that are out there. We have more power than they do. And I believe they are the ones that are really wise to not know this. We have so many abilities with just our minds. That flies. Our minds are one of the greatest. You could take the greatest supercomputer on the plane, and it is no comparison to your mind. Them calcifying our pineal glands. It's weird. You don't like that guy, Bubba? Certain people he just lets walk by, and then he'll see a certain person, and he lets me know, Dad, you better watch out. I don't like the looks of this guy. You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? You're so handsome. You're so handsome. This is my little space heater right here. It climbs into the yeah, that's a great point, Jack. Knowing whether something is good or evil, and I think inherently we know right off the bat whether or not something is good or evil. We know the truth when we hear it. I was talking yesterday, and we were talking about the food we eat, and you know, he was saying how he doesn't want to eat meat because he hates eating, you know, something that was alive and had a conscience. And this is how I see it. As an alchemist, everything is alive. The rocks, the trees, of course the animals, but I also believe the buildings. Everything alive. Things like, if you think about your human body, it's a giant structure made up of a bunch of smaller beings, all working in unison to function. So kind of like, think of a giant factory with a bunch of different beings and a bunch of different things all working together in unison to do something. So is that factory alive? Are we a part of another consciousness? Yeah, the source of existence. Some people will call it God. Some people will call it the sun. Some people will call it the eternal fire. Yeah. Jehovah. Yahweh. There's many different names, and it doesn't matter what I don't believe in the elements. I believe there is one element, and it comes from the one source. And then that one source also created the four forces. The forces that manipulate and change and mold. Everything that we see. Like, to me, I don't believe that the sun actually moves. I know that sounds crazy. I've made videos about it. But when you go and you read about the throne of God, you know, it sits on high above all the realms, and it's shining down through all of them. And I think that it's not moving. We see the sun that we see is not the actual source. That's just a mere glimpse. It's like a reflection. Almost like light reflecting off the water. At a very far distance. You'll never see how truly awesome it actually is. It's okay, Bubba, come on, scoot over, scoot the boot. I gotta get back to work. Thank you. But yeah, it was all, everything comes from one. All is from one. There's one source. There's one thing that it really creates. But then it created all these other things. Yeah, I was told you really get into your scriptures, Jack. That's awesome, man. I'd love to have some, just to hear you talk about it. Yeah, the actual sun is no religion. I agree. I believe religions were created to divide and conquer us. Just like your sports teams, just like your political parties, whatever you're, entertaining yourself with at the time. Because that's all of that stuff really is just entertainment. Everything that we are shown is to keep us preoccupied from what we really should be paying attention to. Exactly. When we all finally unite one day, it'll be so much easier to understand who's really in charge, because they are not. They hold nothing over us. I wrote a song. It's called Greed. Exactly, Jack, exactly. We're supposed to live off of this land. Like I was talking about earlier about the food that you eat. Before I eat, I thank the Creator for what I'm about to consume. But I don't stop there. I then ask the food and let it know that it's okay now. But I ask it, please release all that fear, all that anxiety, all that negative energy that you're still holding on to. Because you don't need it anymore. You don't have anything to fear from me. I'm not going to consume you. We are going to be united, you and I. This is what I tell my food. And together, we can do great things. And you will be safe here. You have nothing more to fear. I'm going to consume you because I have to. Just like you. Oh, Jack. Yeah, we're going to be one now. This is what I tell my plants before I harvest them. I tell them, don't fear. There's nothing you need to fear. This is just part of the process. Yeah, we'll meet again. For sure, brother. I see that in our futures. But we will be one day. Everything everything goes back to the one. Eventually. Some call it radioactive decay. Some people call it the water force. There's all different kinds of names for it, but everything heads back to the one source and becomes recycled again and made anew. So I try to tell all the beings that I'm getting ready to consume that you're okay now. Sorry to hear that, Jack. Oh, Allison, welcome. Yeah, crocheting is it's comforting and soothing. And at the same time you're creating something. And the neatest part about it is, yeah, vibrating is great, but at work not so much. I can understand that. Yeah, crocheting is, I was actually, I started this one earlier. Actually, I started it last night. And once I get to the part where I don't make it any bigger and I just start making the sidewalls of the hat, I stopped so I could come here and do it while I'm talking to you. See, I want to learn how to knit, Allison, so bad. I have a bunch of knitting needles, but the books, I need somebody to show me. I learn visually. All right, Jack. Have a great evening, man. Hey, Rob. Hope you had a good night at work. Hey, Ohio. I'm in the desert. I'm living like a nomad, man. I'm all over the place. I'm out in Arizona right now. I'll be back into Indiana one of these days. But I'm just living life. That's what I've heard. I've heard crocheting is technically a little bit harder than knitting. I've just never... See, I learned how to crochet from my mom on long car rides. Hope you had a wonderful evening, Rob. Hope you had a good night rest, too. Portland. See, I've never been up there. Ulace. What is that? I'm not sure what that is. Ulace. I've never been up to the Portland area. I've never been into Oregon or Washington. Nevada, Idaho. Haven't done any of those. Utah. No. Nope. I left all that behind. Love you, Ryan. You have a good one, brother. No, I don't have my place in. I've been on the road for a little over 3 months now. Just hitting all the national parks and state parks and spreading the good word. Helping, trying to help the homeless as much as I can. I'm right on the California border. A little town called Ehrenberg. Yeah, if you know where Quartzsite is, that's the place where a lot of the snowbirds will go in the wintertime. It's just west of there, right down 10. About an hour south of Parker and Lake Havasu and all that kind of stuff. You know, I would love to go to the Grand Canyon and all that stuff. I just got out here a little bit late. I didn't even plan on doing this. I planned on just going to New Mexico, taking about a month to get there, take my time, see a lot of interesting things on the way. And I met some people that just really changed my life. And asked for a little bit of help. And I got a lot.
Nice, Nini.
Well, thank you. Settle down, Bubba. She's okay. She's a pretty lady, huh? And yeah, it kind of just happened this way. So I went with it. I wanted to go to New Mexico because I like their laws. I want to, in New Mexico you can practice medicine without a license. And that's what I wanted to do. I was practicing medicine in Indiana, but I wasn't allowed to sell it. I couldn't do it like a job. I couldn't make medicine and sell it to people. And not so much that I wanted to, I didn't want to make lots of money off of it or anything like that. But I was hoping to make a living. Oh, settle down, Bubba. Here, I'm going to roll my window up. Oh, he killed it. Yeah. I've made all kinds of tinctures. I made a lot of pills out of dried herbs. Cayenne pepper pills, golden seal, echinacea. I was working on salves and stuff like that. But they just passed a new law up in Michigan now to where they're legalizing recreational cannabis. So I will be able to grow cannabis legally, 12 plants of my own, and make medicine out of that. Yeah, I had 4 gardens back in Indiana. I had an herb garden, a flower garden. Bubba, they're okay. You just saying hi? My vegetable garden and my fruit garden. And come here, pal. They want to see you. Come here. This is Hank, everybody. He's a good boy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you out the windows? Are you out the window? Oh my goodness. Well, come on in here. Hey, come on, hey. Come on. Thank you. Let's see. Let's get a better look at him. That's Hanker Panker. Look at that beautiful eye he's got. He's Australian Shepherd and Boxer mix. Yeah, I have a buddy who's really big into Kratom. He's been pushing it for over a year now. And yeah, I get that a lot, that eye of his with the black line around it. Yeah, he's such a good boy too. So sweet. He acts like he's tough while he's here in the truck. But he gets out and he just wants to love on everybody. He's such a good boy. I couldn't ask for a better friend. Oh, thanks, Midnight. Yeah, he is. He's a good-looking guy, and he grew up with cats. Ever since I've had him, at least. And he like cleans himself like cats do. It's so funny because he's been around, I think at least 2 litters, I know for sure, if not 3. And he was like the guard dog of the kittens. He didn't let anybody near him when Mom was away doing her thing. Just a really good boy. Loves cats, loves little dogs. I've never seen him. I've seen him get like mean one time, and that was with some guy that stuck his hand into the truck when I was sitting in it, and the guy really scared him because all the hair stood up on his back, and he went, and did the rrr, rrr.
Oh no, we were right up behind you. But gas was cheaper.
Nanook.
too, but maybe you
That's
want-
like the Lost Boys dog. I believe that was a Siberian Husky as well. Is that where you got the name from?
Grab a bite, gas, and go.
I haven't seen that movie in forever. Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, Kiefer Sutherland.
I think so, yeah. No.
Yeah. He does really good with all animals. He'll chase after stuff, but when he gets real close to one, if he gets real close to something, he doesn't try to bite it or anything like that. He just stands over it and he like looks at it and smells it. My cats well, they weren't my cats, but the cats at the house that they would kill anything that came around. Birds, rabbits, anything they could get their claws sunk into. And they had killed a rabbit one morning, just a little baby rabbit, and left it out in the yard, and Hank was like playing with it, picking it up and throwing it around and tossing it around. And he kept like nudging it with his nose, like he wanted it to get up and, you know, start playing back. I don't think he even realized that it had been dead. He didn't try to eat it or anything like that. He was just like he was trying to get it to play with him. He's a big player. He does that with his bones. Huh. He hears that word and his tail just starts wagging. Yes, you'll get one as soon as we get back to the campsite, babe. Okay? Yeah, he likes to take his bones and play keep away with me. We play a little game where I try to get it from him, and he'll, you know, have his head down there, and he doesn't bite my hand, but he like puts his teeth around my hand, and he'll like not let me get to the bone. And then if I do get close and touch it, he'll pick it up and he'll go running like crazy with it, and then he'll drop it somewhere, and then he'll go and hunker over it and wait for me to come get it again. That's one of our games that we play. Yeah, he's such a good boy. So what's been going on in Flat Earth lately? Anything new under the sun? I hear there's some new curve calculator out that some troll made that supposedly uses perspective and this and that and yada 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 or something like that. I've been out of the loop, not having the internet. Is it worth even looking into? Yeah, there's not much new under the sun nowadays. Friday, I don't know what we're doing on IRM, but I'm thinking about coming up here and seeing if Adam and them want to go over that equation that I wrote. We're gonna Adam put together a nice presentation that isn't drawn with stick figures and drawn on a piece of paper like I do. Looks a little more presentable. But to just kind of lay it out there for the stuff I've been seeing on the mud flood is just amazing. There's actually some forts, one in Louisiana right at the tip of Louisiana. It's even southeast of New Orleans. It's way out there. But there's a star fort there that I wanted to check out. And then St. Augustine, I've been to the place twice, been into the fort twice, but it was when I was younger and I had no idea about star forts and stuff like that, but it's an actual star fort. And neat little interesting tidbit fact, St. Augustine is the oldest city in this country. It was founded by the Spanish down in Florida before, Florida was part of the United States. It was owned by Spain at the time. And yeah, I love walking off into the forests. New Mexico has it's all mountains though where their forests are. You have to get into higher elevation. That's the only thing I thought New Mexico was gonna be my place. But I don't think it is, folks. I think I'm gonna have to be kind of a nomad the rest of my life. I'm gonna spend my summers up north. Hopefully this job will go through where I can grow and sell cannabis legally. Oh, a star fort. They're like forts that have been built upon giant ancient structures. It seems. Snowflake, Arizona. Never heard of it. I believe Martin Liedtke has done all kinds of research into star forts. I don't know nearly enough about it, but yeah, it's supposedly forts that are built nowadays, or within the last couple hundred years, but they were built upon giant structures that were already there. It's really, really neat. Okay. No, I thought New Mexico was going to be my thing, but I love the trees and forests and streams and yeah, I mean, there's some really beautiful parts of New Mexico. I really loved Capitan and Ruidoso, and Carson National Forest was awesome. The Gila Mountains, Gila. Yeah, Rob, it's an awesome. Yeah, the Gilas. I drove through those, and it was so scary. I'm an Indiana boy. Where I grew up, it's like 27 miles, and the elevation changes like 30 feet. So when I was driving on a mountainside, and it's like, yeah, Indiana is flat. I'm driving on a mountainside and there's 400 foot cliffs going sheer straight down drops with no guardrail, and you're going, curving in and out, going up and down. I did not like that at all. I was freaking out. I barely took any pictures from up there. I stopped at one place. I know I had a guitar. One of my buddies had one but he headed back home, back up to Michigan. It was nice. My calluses started really coming back in. A couple of my last videos I put out, it was me playing guitar, actually. Getting back into my groove. It's not something that you forget. in Phoenix, where I'm going here Monday, I'm gonna go pick up one of my cousins from the airport, and we're going to help out another cousin that we have. But the cousin I'm picking up, she's a deadhead. She followed the dead for a while, and now she said a lot of people come to the Phoenix area and to do shows and stuff like that. And I'm hoping, because I don't want to work for corporate America. I know that's where you can make some good money working for corporate America, but I would love to work for like a somewhat of a family-owned mom and pop type thing. Even if I don't make great money, I've learned to be very frugal since being out here on the road. I know I could save up some cash working pretty much just about anywhere. Yeah, I mean, I would, if it was my job to shovel shit all day, I'd be in heaven, really. I know that sounds gross to most people, but hey, Constance, welcome back, sweetie. After using so much horse manure in my gardens and knowing what it does, and I became very, we'll say, familiar with manure. And the smell doesn't bother me. I can pick it up with my bare hands. None of that stuff bothers me. But if I could just do that for a living, you know, that I'd be more than content. Shoveling shit, making an alright wage. Or dealing with helping animals all day long. Something like that. But I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm not exactly sure which part of Phoenix I'm going to be in. If I end up working in a bar, that'd be fine with me. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, eventually I'd like to really like frontier a plot of land and just live off of it, grow all my own food, can it, have my chickens and maybe a few goats, stuff like that. Get all my own meat myself. Maybe start hunting. Chandler? Alright. Yeah, my cousin's very familiar with the area. She's been living out here for a while. She just went back to Indiana to go visit family and stuff like that. Yeah, Rob. I hear you, man. But we all gotta do what we all gotta do. I know you're making pretty good money doing what you're doing. You don't plan on doing it forever. Can't wait till you get back out on the road. Well, there's a guy up in Michigan who said he's looking for a 20-acre plot somewhere. And because I already know about the gardening and the canning and all that kind of stuff, and being able to do that he'd, let me take 5 acres of land and do whatever I want with it. Put up a little, I want to build my own log cabin with my own 2 hands. That's one of my lifelong dreams. Nice big stone fireplace and all that kind of stuff. That seems like heaven to me. And being able to do that, he's probably going to stay up there all year round, So I'll just walk my chickens and goats down to him for the winter time. And head out in the winters. Maybe go down to Florida and yeah, that's what I plan on doing, Allison. Isn't that horrible? There's all these online tests you have to take now to get so many different jobs. And it's almost like they want you to lie. These tests, they don't want you to be a good, honest person. They want you to lack that moral fiber for some reason. It is, it's almost like a backwards, bizarro world. It's, I don't know. But if anybody's looking to get chickens, I would look into Icelandic chickens. If you're in a cold weather region, they produce just as many eggs in the wintertime as they do during the summer. A little bit more expensive to buy, but they pay themselves off in no time. And there's not been many plants that I can't grow. I had troubles with blueberries for some reason. Not sure why. Yeah, for sure, Constance. Those Icelandic chickens are definitely something to look into if you want chickens and you live in a cold weather area. How's your weather down there today, Constance? They said, hey, you be nice. That is a pretty nice lady. You be nice to her. Hey, it's okay. Alright? I know, I saw her. I know. Well, you're such a good boy. Daddy loves you so much. My buddy was telling me it was 32 degrees this morning down in central Florida. Said it was very out of the norm. Real dry. Yeah, I think it's about 75 to 80 here right now. Of course it's dry. Yeah, my mom up in Indiana said it was 17 this morning. Wasn't supposed to get above 23. Wow, below zero in Georgia. Is that normal? Oh, okay. Hey, Savage! What's up, cuz? Hope you're having a wonderful day across the pond. Just hanging out, doing a little bit of crocheting. And you're up there in Portland. Knitting, you're gonna have to ask someone else. I'm a crocheter. The knitting, I want to learn how to knit, but I've got books on it and all kinds of stuff. I have all kinds of knitting needles, but I need someone to show me. I learn through visuals better than I do through a book. Yeah, a fellow named Just Jack was on earlier, and he had heard about the idea of having a big giant gathering in Florida. Hey, you settle down, okay? Yes, I did, Constance. I left it back at camp. I didn't bring it. I left it back at camp this time, too, on purpose this time. I thought I had it with me yesterday, and I found it on the floor of my tent. Yeah, it made me feel good.
Pick up a load of tires.
I mean, I have a bunch of metal ones that I could use.
No, they're like trailer tires.
Hank,
Instead of
settle
looking at
down.
trailer axles on
They're okay. It's okay, babe. You're a handsome guy and Dad loves you. You know that? Hey, hey. But I like I don't like having the metal ones just in case I do drop them. I don't want Hank stepping on them, or I doubt he'd try to eat one, but you better not try climbing out the back of that truck. I tell you what. Come say hi. You want to come say hi? Come here. Hey, come here. No, he just sees lots of people. I made sure we went potty before we left. Yeah, whenever he sees people, and it's weird, some people he won't say anything to, and then other people he just starts going nuts, like he's, you know. And then other people he'll do the talk. Like now he sees people walking by and it's fine. And then he'll see certain people. He loves little kids. Now he's letting me know. But then, like you heard him just a second ago, other people who Josh Corey, fellow IRM member, he loves his female. Yeah, he loves her. Esme is her name. And then actually back at camp, he's got a kind of a girlfriend. They play and they run around and do stuff just about every day. I'm getting pretty close with the guy there. He's actually a gold prospector out here looking for gold, which is pretty cool. But he's got a dog. He calls her Sweets. Really sweetheart. And her and Hank play. Don't tell Esme though. Josh said Esme tore up his hemp hat. Must have been missing Hank or something. But yeah, got a hold of his hemp hat, tore it to shreds. So I'm gonna have to go and get another one for him. Watch out, Bubba. Hey, squeak the boot, babe. Thank you. Good boy. But yeah, Hank, he's a lover. Like I said, I've only seen him get wild man one time. Are you telling him? Are you telling those peoples? This guy should leave here. Any second. I only got 2 more rows and I am done, folks. I thank y'all. Here, let me well, oh, keys are there. I'm gonna roll this up. Yeah, I only got 2 more rows. And I am And then I got an order for 3 more hats for Friday, so I'm gonna really bust my butt and try to get them done as quickly as possible. Oh, Hanker Panker, it's okay. We're gonna be going here in a little bit, but about to let Dad finish this. Oh yeah? And he loves females. I don't know what it is. He is a babe magnet, that's for sure. He loves giving kisses. But yeah, things are good. Life is good. I haven't been following politics at all. I just got onto Facebook so my mom's been on me for a while now to get into Facebook so we can share pictures and this and that, and she wants to show me this and show me that. So I got onto Facebook, and so if any of you are on there and you want to look me up, just my name, Zachary Zabala. It's my YouTube picture, my avatar. That's like my universal avatar for everything. Yeah, please do, Constance. I didn't put my school down or anything like that. I'm not trying to reconnect with a bunch of people I haven't talked with for decades or anything like that. It was pretty much just to get in contact with my mom when we're not, because I am. I talk to my mom every day. Have for a while now, you know. She's getting a little bit older, and you know, one of these days she's not going to be there to talk to. Oh yeah, I eat well. I still eat my apple every day. I probably eat better than I did before. I don't eat nearly as much meat. Yeah, good for you, Rob. It's not something that I'm too keen or fond of. It is neat seeing all my cousins' kids and stuff like that. Yeah, it does, Constance. And if you don't take time to look at the shores, you know, then... Bub, oh, there's a dog out there. That's what he's getting all crazy about. 2 dogs. Wow, that is a big German Shepherd right there. Bubba, hey. I know you want to go say hi and play with him, don't you? You can't, babe. Come here. Hey. Settle down. Okay? Just settle down. It's okay. I know. This guy looks like he's backpacking. He's got a, actually he's not backpacking. He has a dolly full of stuff. Looks like he's got a back retriever and a German Shepherd. A dolly full of stuff. I wonder how far he's going, and he's got a nice little walking stick, cane type thing. I need to finish my walking stick. I found me blue spruce. Muscle wood, they call it. There must be a bunch of people here using the Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, a bus just pulled up, so I bet a bunch of people just jumped on the Wi-Fi. I didn't see a buffer on my end, but that doesn't mean anything. Thank you for the heads up, Constance. Yeah, I'm going to be jumping off here in a little bit. A few more minutes. I think, let's see, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Got like 1.5 rows to go. But I can finish, I'll finish this row and then I'm going to head out. Yeah, I really enjoy. Yeah, just a beanie. Kind of like the one I'm wearing. It's a thinner gauge hemp. This is 180 pound hemp. It's crazy thick. This, in about 6 years time, will look nice and beautiful and soft like this. It goes from coarse and rough color like this to looking all nice and soft and flimsy and flexible. Yep, 100% hemp. £40. Most people will use the 20-pound hemp, which isn't, I'm not saying it's bad, but this 48-pound hemp, it lasts forever. That hat I just pulled out, I've had that for 6 years and I wore it pretty much every day. It's been through the washer so many times, it's been chewed on, and oh yeah, they get real fluffy and soft. That's why I always tell everybody, wash it and put it in a dryer on high heat before you go to wear it, because it'll be kind of scratchy. I mean, you can wear it when they're like this. I give it to them like this, nice and coarse and raw, so they can actually see how big it actually is. They can try it on, put it on their head and see, wow, it's too big. And then when they wash it and dry it, it comes out of there and, oh wow, this is too small. But all you have to do is stretch it out a little bit and it'll stretch to your head. That's one of the things I love about hemp. And it's very durable. Yeah, exactly. The fibers will start to relax. But it's a very durable product. They're actually allowing it to be grown for industrial use in some places here in the US again, which they never should have stopped. If it wasn't for Dow and DuPont and things like that, they own a lot of cotton and lumber. You can make paper out of hemp. You can make oil. You can make fuel. You can make your house out of hemp. They have a substance called hempcrete. It's amazing, amazing stuff. You can live off eating hemp. You can make medicine out of hemp. If you don't know of a gentleman named, that's right, the Constitution was written on hemp. There's a gentleman named THC Anthony. THC-A-NTHONY. You have to, or not a dash, but a space between the A and the rest of Anthony. Amazing gentleman, has been healing all kinds of people who have cancer using cannabis and hemp. He's actually up there by you, Allison. He has a place in Salem, Oregon, and then a place in Washington right across the border. One is, I think Washington is his cannabis fields, and Oregon is his hemp fields. And he has 2 labs and makes all kinds of medicine for people. But he'll tell you, a field of 5,000 hemp plants will clothe, feed, and keep medicated a small city. It is an amazing plant. Here, I'll let me see, can I type something in chat here? Yeah, it's spelled like that. But, you'll have and then the dash line, and then A, and then you have to have a space in between the rest of Anthony, or else it will not pop up. They censor him so bad on YouTube, it's ridiculous. And even when you type that in, it will say searching for THC Anthony with Anthony spelled regular, and it'll say search instead for what you actually typed in. So make sure you're paying attention when you type it in. It's hard to find him. If you put in THC Anthony without the space, you will not find his, even if you look under channels. Yeah, THC, just like that, but you have to have a dash in between the C and the A. No, the center mark. The one like a minus sign between the THC and the Anthony, and then just a space bar. Yeah, he's in Oregon, Washington area. That's where his labs are. Amazing gentleman. Just doing it the right way. I believe it was 7 or 8 years ago. Yeah, you should get a hold of him. He's very approachable. He's a wonderful man. He's taught me so much. He really, because I have a lot of videos on alchemy and reading from my alchemy books, and he just loves that stuff. He's an alchemist himself. He is all about breaking down things and purifying them and revivifying them, and food is our medicine, medicine is our food. That's Anthony's mantra. And the man has changed my life. Just a little bit of time that I've known him and a little bit of time that we've spent talking and chatting, he is an amazing individual. He really is. He's what I want to be one day. I want to be like him. But he spent the last 7 years of his life setting all this up, trying to get it to where he can help people and give the big finger to the medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry. And he did it. It took him a long time, and it took him a long time to get his lab certified and all that kind of stuff. Had to jump through a lot of hoops, but just an amazing man. Can't say enough good stuff about him. Can't wait to shake his hand one day. I hope I get that opportunity. But anybody looking to learn how to make medicine, get a hold of him. He's very approachable. He's made videos saying, come on up to Oregon, come on up here, spend a month, showing these beautiful streams and where you can drink the water right out of the ground. Welcome to the hemp line here. That's what I've heard. I would love to go up there one of these days and spend some good time up there. Just wasn't in the cards this year. I'm going to be making hopefully some really good money over the spring and summer of next year up there in Michigan. Growing and selling cannabis. A lot of money to be made in that industry. A lot of people to help. But I'm hopefully going to be doing that for a little while. And then when it starts getting cold, head out and nomad around the south. Like I said, buddy I made yesterday down in Florida offered me to come help him work in his shop, and I'd love to do that. Um, I don't even need to get paid them. As long as I get paid enough to keep minutes on my phone so I can call my mom and keep food in me and Hank's belly and a warm place to sleep, I don't need anything more than that. You know, I don't need... Money doesn't drive me at all. It doesn't... As long as I have enough to get by, I'll be happy. Oh, thank you, Allison. Exactly. That's all I want, Constance, is enough to just get by. That's all I need. Yeah, money can't buy the things that I want. Money has no bearing over my life. It's just one of those, what's the word? Unwanted necessities that we really don't even have to have. Oh, I would love that, Allison. Working with my hands, especially outside, building gardens and stuff like that. Absolutely. I am all about, yeah, necessary evil. Well said, Rob. It's one of those things that if everybody just did their part, everybody could have what they needed. But we've been programmed to, you know, covet thy neighbor. You see your neighbor has a nice big fancy shiny new car, you want to get a fancy shiny new car. And not you in general. You know, the people in general. I've been driving the same truck for 14 years now. I told this truck that I would drive her. She's been such a good girl. Thank you, baby. But I'll drive her until she dies on me. And if this truck lasts for 20 more years, I'll replace whatever I need to. But if the engine keeps going, then this is the truck that I'll be driving. Yeah, human nature is... See, I don't think that's our nature, though. I think a lot of that is programmed into us. I think that's one of the deceptions. Yeah, I think we're born, at least 95% of the people are born good. Yeah, exactly, Rob. It's a lot easier to keep track of us when they know where we're at. When they know that we're busy doing something, and we're not paying attention to what... Thank y'all for joining me. You enjoy these little chats I get to have with you. It makes wearing the hats even that much more enjoyable. But I love y'all, and I will try to be back here tomorrow for sure. I got some more stuff. There you go, Constance. Beautifully said. Oh, poor little kid. Thanks, Constance. Yeah. Big bear hugs to you and some face licks from Hank. Give me a buzz, Rob. Feel like chatting. I will do that, Allison, for sure. And hopefully we'll meet here one of these days. I'll come out there and help you guys set up the farm. But thank you all for joining me. I love you. It's a lot of fun, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. It's good times for all signing out, as always. Thanks for watching.